Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great week so far. We got MLB action today. First, opening MLB day. Going to be a great day. We got 15 games, a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can and cover this video. A lot of action. Before I get started, go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. I'll be covering MLB all season. And yeah, hopefully I can bring in some new viewers with some MLB action here. We got 15 matchups. For all sports that I do, opening night's hard. It's very hard betting. I don't get too crazy with betting on opening nights for any sports because you just don't know what team's going to show up, or if teams are getting nervous, first game jitters, you have no idea. And so yeah, first game expectations are definitely skewed a little bit for sure. But yeah, we're going to give you some, a lot of the plays I like, and we're going to go over all the matchups. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. 15 games, starting with the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Yankees. Every team is 0-0. It's opening day, so Yankees are currently favorites at -173. Toronto plus 163, with the over/under at 7.5. Not really going to go off their last year's stats, but we're going to go Toronto 0-5 in their last 5 road meetings against the Yankees here. The Yankees 5-0 at home against Toronto here. I love the Yankees starting off the season. The Yankees are the probably it's Yankees money line -173. Love the Yankees here, and I like the over 7.5. Let's hope for a lot of runs here, a lot of action. So that's going to do it for that first matchup. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Indians versus the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland opening up as favorites at -183. Detroit plus 173, with the over/under at 7.5. Cleveland 17-3 in their last 20 games against Detroit, and Detroit just 3-17. Versus Cleveland, 1-13 in their last 14 against Cleveland here. Gotta roll with the numbers in this one, like Cleveland -183, and gonna take the over 7.5 again, hoping for some more runs. And after a couple of days, hopefully by the weekend, we'll have actually some data and some stats for these, so we can actually go off, start putting more, incorporating more stats with them. So first games are tough. Can't really go off much, just going off past success. So, and just going with the line. So I love Cleveland here. I like the over 7.5. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as favorites at -163. Baltimore plus 153, with the over/under at 9. Boston. I guess some of the stats I can only find are from last season, but before the season ended, they were 5-2 in their last 7. Baltimore 5-14 in their last 19 to end the year. Like the Red Sox to start the season off hot here. Going to roll with Boston -163. Going to take the over. Actually, I'll change it. I'm going to take the under 9. 9 seems way too high, and so that's going to do it for that matchup. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee opening up it's tied. I read that wrong. They're both -105. We'll see if that line changes a bit in the morning. And with the over/under at 8. Minnesota 6-3 in their last 9 meetings against Milwaukee. Milwaukee, to end the season, they were 4-1 at home. But, they struggled last season against Minnesota, 3-6 in their last 9 against Minnesota. But, Milwaukee's supposed to have a great season. I think they're going to be phenomenal this season. Love Milwaukee Brewers. I think this is a super low line. Give me Milwaukee -105, and, give me the under 8 as well. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Chicago Cubs. Chicago opening up as favorites at -205. Pittsburgh plus 188. Pittsburgh 4-1 in their last 5 against Chicago last season. 0-10 on the road against the Cubs. That's a very concerning number. Chicago 10-0 at home against Pittsburgh. Amazing stat. And love Chicago opening day, just at home against Pitt here. Going to take Chicago minus 205, and we're going to go with the under 8 as well. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Current spread, both teams minus 105 with the over-under at 7. We have Philly, ended the season 13-5 in their last 18 games at home. So finished strong at home, but they ended at 1-7 in their last 8. Atlanta ended the season 1-4 in their last 5. Tough spread here, opening day, close margin. Teams are about the same, favored, minus 105. I'm going to roll with Atlanta, with Freeman. I think they have some better weapons here in Atlanta. I like Atlanta money line, and, Atlanta plus 1.5. I do like Atlanta plus 1.5 as well. And I'm going to take the over 7 as well. I'm going to try to incorporate more run lines in MLB. When I see a good line like this, especially opening day, taking the run line could be a pretty good play for a lot of these games. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati opening up as favorites at minus 115. St. Louis plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. St. Louis 10-5 in their last 15 games against Cincinnati. Cincinnati, 2-4 in their last 6 games at home against St. Louis. They're 5-10 against St. Louis in their last 15. I like the value with St. Louis here. Finished the season, 10-5 in the last 15 against Cincinnati. You kind of got to take that pretty seriously. I'm going to take the value here. First value play of the card. Going to take St. Louis plus 105. I like them at plus 1.5 as well. We're going to go with the over 7.5. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City opening up as favorites at minus 158. Texas plus 148 with the over-under at 9. Texas 5-1 in their last 6 games against Kansas City. Kansas City, 1-5 in their last 6 against Kansas City, or against Texas. And, their last 6 games, the under hit in those matchups. They finished the season 8-2 at home. I like Texas plus 148 here. Finish the season strong against Kansas City, and I like them plus 148 money line. And I like them plus 1.5 as well at minus 135. And I like the under 9. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Diego Padres. San Diego opening up as massive favorites at minus 220. Arizona plus 200. Arizona 4-1 in their last 5 against San Diego. The unders hit in 5 of their last 6 games against Arizona from last season. San Diego high expectations this year with Yu Darvish, at the mound, and love San Diego. I think they're gonna have a phenomenal year. Love San Diego here minus 220. I like that minus 1.5 as well on the run line, and we're gonna take the under 8.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Colorado Rockies. Dodgers opening up as big-time favorites at minus 210. Colorado plus 190 with the over-under at 11. Dodgers 14-4 in their last 18 against Colorado. 5-1 in their last 6 on the road against Colorado. Colorado 1-5 at home against the Dodgers. Dodgers World Series champs here. Rolling with the best team here. Super stacked team with the Dodgers. Gonna take the Dodgers with confidence at minus 210. I'm gonna take the under 11. 11 just seems too high opening day. We'll see. 11 is just too high for me. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Miami Marlins. Tampa Bay opening up as favorites at minus 150. Miami plus 130 with the over-under at 7.5. Tampa Bay 10-1 in their last 11 against Miami. 5-0 on the road against Miami. Miami 0-5 at home against Tampa Bay. Just no success against Tampa. Love Tampa to start the season off strong here at minus 150. I'm going to take the over 7.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals. Mets opening up as favorites at minus 145. Washington plus 130 with the over-under at 6.5. The last 10 meetings, the over has hit, which is, and the line's pretty low too. Definitely love the over at 6.5. I think 6.5 is too low. And going to take the Mets, pretty big expectations for the Mets this year. I think they have a great season. Going to take the Mets minus 145. I'm going to take the over 6.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. Chicago opening up as favorites at minus 112. LA plus 102 with the over-under at 8.5. Chicago 2-10 in their last 12 games against LA. LA, 5 of their last 7 games against Chicago hit the over. I just don't like that Chicago 2-10 against LA here. I think this is a great spot for LA. Super low spread here, and Chicago, not much success against them last season. Give me the value with LA plus 102. I love them at plus 1.5 as well, and we're going to take the under 8.5. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Oakland Athletics. Both teams right now are minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland, 7 of their last 10 games against Houston did hit the under. I'm sorry. Tough spread here. Not too much to really go off of. Not a game I'm really betting on here, but I lean a game like this. I'm gonna take Houston plus 1.5. This is just kind of an unknown game for me, and nothing crazy to bet about. But I'll take the run line with Houston plus 1.5 and take the under 8.5 as well. Last matchup of MLB opening night, we have San Francisco Giants versus the Seattle Mariners. Another close spread here. Both teams minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. San Francisco 6-1 in their last 7 games against Seattle. 4-1 on the road against Seattle. Seattle, just 1-4 at home against San Francisco. The over's hit in 4 of those last 5 meetings. I'm going to take the over 8.5 here. Going to lean San Francisco with, their success last season against Seattle. And super close spread there. Like San Francisco money line. I don't hate the Seattle underdog plus 105 play too with the runner line. And that's gonna do it for this video. I'm really excited for MLB season. Excited for a good week to go into the book, so that way I can go off some season stats and give you guys some better stat lines. But not too many people are gonna be able to give you the best stats because it's just opening day. We can't really go off much. Just going off. Can't really go off. The exhibition games too in spring training. So hopefully we'll have some good stats by this weekend. A lot of action, a lot of stuff to cover. So be sure to check my MLB videos and go ahead and check my MLB parlay video. I'll be posting right after this. And excited to have you on board with my MLB videos. Hope to draw you in, and good luck with your picks on opening day. Have a good one.